Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about there is light despite the darkness. And times are pretty dark, so it's like we really need to be aware of the light that's there and aware of our ability to call on the light and to be the light and to be influenced by light and to share the light that we have. And even on our worst day, we still have light. We are still lighter than the dark. So, wanting you to feel your light and wanting you to feel your capacity to share light. All right, so we're going to start with our brow chakra. All right, I acknowledge I am the source in creating my life the way I want it to be. My brain functions optimally. My vision is illuminated by gratitude and love. Sometimes when things are very difficult, it's hard to feel gratitude. It's hard to acknowledge the things that are good. Good morning, Elizabeth. All right, I am disciplined. So I guess it's like still praying, still opening your heart to have inspiration that's positive. All right, I'm releasing all of my old outdated behaviors that no longer serve me. Good morning, Jackie. Okay, parts of your body that are complaining or telling you where the energy is stuck. Go into the solar plexus chakra. Like feeling self-consciousness. All right, age 8. All right, perceiving the future is dangerous. And I guess every generation has seen it that way, haven't they? All right, age 16. Good morning, Susanna. Hello, Kathy. Age 20. Arthritis, pain in the right foot. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. It's like your heel's jammed up in your ankle. Feel disgust hiding in your foot. Which goes back to age 8. So who were you disgusted with when you were 8? Now, I would describe each of you as people of light. So how do you best shine your light? How do you allow others to see your light? Jackie's hit her head, all right. All right, I am enough regardless of what I own. I'm fun and spiritual. I'm safe. I allow myself to be peaceful and balanced. So I allow others to see my light by being me. Right. Very good. And each of us does need to be ourselves. Sometimes we want to be someone else. We think other people are better than us, and we want to be a fake someone else. All right, age 6. And 15. And 23. 37. 42. Okay. I was thinking of that saying, and I know I've said it a million times, but God never made no junk. So you're all beautiful, wonderful spirits that He's created, and allowing you to be here to shine your light is really important to all of us. All right, I'm creating my life with joy and stability. I allow myself to feel stable. That one's back at age 8. Good morning, Jenny. Right, also age 10. All right, my ability to be open to intuition enables those around me to trust their own intuition. Good morning, Margaret. I think being open to intuition is so important in this battle of white and dark. So it's like the more that we receive light, the more that we're open to the light, the more we're able to share our light. Okay, so now we're getting into the 10th chakra. All right, which is coming up with adrenal fatigue, which we were talking about last week, weren't we? All right, and a balance of rest and play. I think it's a lot of work, a lot of expectation, not enough rest, not enough play. All right, I'm grateful for my senses through which I experience my journey. And yeah, to be able to smell the freshness when it rains, or to be able to hear the birds chirping in the morning, or to be able to see the sunrise. All those things are a beautiful experience that we can feel, and we're grateful to have the senses by which we can feel these things. Right, age 7. Where were you? What were you doing? And the feeling that comes up from then is lack of control over events. So what did you want to control at that age? Life is easy for me. I think that there are days where it's really hard, and there's some days where it's easier. I wouldn't say easy, but I guess it's remembering who you are, and remembering why you're here on this earth, remembering, what you're here to learn and accomplish. The difficulties that you face are growing you into a better and stronger person. All right, so Elizabeth mentioned at age 7, we moved to another house. Okay. And, Elizabeth, were you a person that can cope with change, or do you find change difficult? Going back to the crown chakra. All right, I'm giving and receiving unconditional love. Elizabeth says it depends on the situation. All right, so giving unconditional love is loving a person despite their actions, isn't it? Despite our prejudices, really, because we all have grown up with prejudices or being told this is okay or that's not okay. So it's like being able to rise above the prejudices that we have to be able to see each person as they really are. So sometimes we have trouble receiving unconditional love and giving ourselves unconditional love because I will love myself when I've lost weight or when I've got a better job or when, and we have conditions to why we may or may not love ourselves. All right, so back at age 8. All right, belief in the worst happening to you. And I guess in every situation there's good and bad, isn't there? In our church, we get baptized when we're 8. And when I got baptized, because often many of the churches have a baptismal font in the building, but at that stage they didn't. And so I was going to have to travel either to Greenwich, except their hot water system broke down. So we went to Wollongong with a couple of other friends who were also getting baptized. And so there was opposition, but there was also good. I remember the feeling of light and love as I was baptized. And even though I was only little, I still remember that feeling. So it's like we are open to love and we are open to light. And I really feel God wants to share his light with us, and we have to be open to receiving it. And sometimes his light comes through difficult situations, and we have to accept that he understands our feelings and our difficulties as he experienced them in Gethsemane. So no one else is more qualified to understand, how we feel than the Savior. So I guess always inviting in his love and his support, and allowing ourselves to be led by the Savior. And we know, when we receive inspiration, when we receive light, that the darkness follows always, because they don't want you to take hold of the inspiration that you've read and run with it. They want you to feel doubt and, not run with it. All right, age 16. Let's say I'm patient in change. Sometimes we are a little impatient and we want things to improve like now. But I guess we have to sort of trust in divine timing. All right, so some generational baggage here. Dad's side of the family. And the men. Oh, lots of men. 63 generations of men. All right, so I accept my power and use it lovingly. All my experiences are for my greatest good. I easily see what I need to learn. So when we're doing energy clearing, it's like identifying what irks us and stating it in a positive way, how we would like it to be, and then clearing the energy that's behind it. So sometimes it's things that's happened to us as a child, or sometimes it's generational baggage. So it's like releasing the things that are keeping us in that thinking. Okay, so what irks you? What situation do we need to clear some energy on? What are the situations that make you find hard? Sometimes a particular person irks us, or sometimes, the times that we're in and the lack of leadership in our political system. I don't know, what irks you? All right, so age 29 comes up. Okay, Jackie says lacking time. Yeah. Feeling pressured to get things done, isn't it? I guess sometimes people come for a session and they'll have a number of things to work on. And so if you muscle test which is the priority, often one will take priority and will help cancel out some of the others. So some generational baggage about feeling you have enough time from your mum's mum. So not just, so there's mum's mum side of the family, but there's also the men down that side of the family. All right, so Jenny's mentioned situations you can't seem to change. Yeah. All right, so I'm forgiving myself that I can't change those situations. All right, so that goes back to age 16. All right, so lack of fitting in others' wants too. Yeah. I guess it's going back to ask God, well, what's the highest priority here? What's the first step that you would have me take? All right, if I ask what's preventing us from shining our light in this situation so we know the priority and we help to pick the things that help us get through what we need to get through. It's generational baggage. So dad's mum and the men. 83 generations of men. So these are very stuck situations, aren't they? Generationally, a lot of people are being stuck. Yeah, ask God for the priority. Yeah, absolutely. What would you have me do first? All right, so lacking energy, Elizabeth is saying. So is it like lacking energy to accomplish what you need to accomplish, or feeling you just don't have the energy to do anything? All right, Serenity. All right, so we're going to talk about headspace in this lacking energy. Sometimes we can't get our head around things. All right, age 6. All right, male friend when you were 6. All right, always helping out when you needed. Okay. All right, age 8. And 18. And 52. Okay. I guess when you're a little kid too, we see things more simply, and we can often blame ourselves for situations that aren't right, and know that we don't like the feeling sometimes that was in our families or in certain situations where we didn't feel safe or comfortable, or that our family was safe or comfortable. All right, so forgiving yourself for not feeling comfortable. This one's age 36. And also like childhood, age 4. All right, so like more feelings. So I'm just going to look up foot in a seagull's book. All right, in the feet, feeling stuck, bogged down, or obligated to others. Shooting yourself in the foot is what comes up. So how are you shooting yourself in the foot? All right, so please install my ability to move forward with ease and grace and to be guided by divine wisdom. Allow me to be grounded, happy, clear, and more balanced. Thank you. So sometimes we're trying to make everybody happy or tick all the boxes before we take care of ourselves. So sometimes we have to change the priority. If we have taken time to pray or to meditate or to listen to uplifting things, often we will hear the answers to other concerns that we've already expressed, and we will be aided in feeling that light and being able to use that light in the situation. And often there is a similar theme in many of the aspects of our life where we are stuck. So it's like seeing the theme and understanding what it is that we need to learn from this situation and how we're growing through the situation, even though it's really difficult and uncomfortable. All right, mum's side of the family, so generational baggage. So mum's dad and the women. 93 generations of women. And Susanna said here, we're able to hear God's messages. Yeah. Right, so we're not always able to hear. Right, so this goes back to age 16. So what did you have trouble hearing then? And sometimes we can be very literal as young people. It's harder to see the bigger picture. It's harder to see that, yes, I have to wait and perhaps not indulge myself right now, but there's a purpose in this waiting or this enduring that we're doing currently. I allow myself to be led by God. All right, age 38. The feeling that's stuck at that age is low self-esteem, so not feeling great about yourself. And it is hard in this day and age to feel good about yourself. All right, and also age 4. So back at that 4. Right, so not feeling loved by our parents when they are going through difficulties. Sometimes we feel unimportant or not heard or seen when we're young because of the circumstances that are going on in our homes. So we're going to ask to release the trauma from a lot of the ages today, but particularly age 4, of not being seen, of not being heard, not being acknowledged, our needs not being met. All right, so now that's clearer with being able to hear God's message for us, or his messages. All right, so the next part of it, so we're now able to hear the messages, it's like acting on the messages. So sometimes we're scared to take action, or we're not sure exactly how that's going to look. All right, age 16. So unhappy with this time of life. So what was difficult when you were 16? What were you unhappy with? Zana says, age 16 was hard. I didn't want to listen to my parents. No, probably most 16-year-olds don't. And I guess often they have rules of what you're allowed to do or what you're not allowed to do, but maybe not the explanation of why and the understanding of the bigger picture. So it's like sometimes we needed to be explained the bigger picture and why our parents were saying no. But often they wanted to do it from, sublime rule, I'm the boss and this is what you've got to do, which is probably what they were subjected to. All right, so significant loss of a parent or a career position. Yeah, so maybe a parent had to go away, or maybe um, the parent wasn't um, emotionally present or not able to explain to us what their position was. Right, age 8 again. Right, so age 16, Elizabeth said she was mourning over her uncle and her grandfather. Yeah, so significant loss. The people in your life that helped you and loved you and cared for you. What did the 16-year-old in you need? How can you talk to her and honour her? Right, so the inability to receive at that time. Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so we're going to go back to that 10th chakra. All right, so there's an oil called Elevation, or Joyful Blend. It's beautiful, very nice smell. It's harder to get now, though. You can only buy it in a big kit at the moment. Okay. All right. Elevation can assist individuals in letting go of lower energy vibrations. Negative habits lose their appeal as an individual shifts into higher levels of consciousness. This blend can raise one's energy levels and energetic vibrations into higher states. It can inspire feelings of cheerfulness, brightness, courage, relaxation, humor, playfulness, and fun. It teaches that worry and fear are not productive, but faith, hope, and determination are. These oils redirect the brain pathways to transform despair into happiness, joy, and abundance. Elevation supports individuals in flowing with life while remaining in peace and light. So that's from the Essential Emotions book. All right, so you might want to use that when you need to be elevated, when you need lifting, when you need inspiration. Jackie said, "Oh, I need some of that." Yeah, I have some. All right, so age 16, stuck in that rut of, not maybe feeling heavy-hearted. All right, age 6, age 10. And I don't know if it's someone much older than us. Okay, so Elizabeth Jones wants some of that too. Okay, yeah. So we're having our next Energy Works get together. It was supposed to be this Saturday, but it's been postponed to the following Saturday, the 6th. So you're welcome to come, and maybe we can give out some roller bottles with that in. All right. Anything else that you would like to work on? Anything else that's still complaining? How's your foot feeling? How's your head? Something in the 11th chakra. AIDS is hiding under there. Strengthened by, this is the galactic chakra, strengthened by prayer. Jake says, "Oh my, I'm so happy that's a God's job. I can't make it now this weekend, but we'll make next weekend." Oh, that's so nice. We'd love to see you. And you're welcome to invite any friend you would like to come. We just bring a plate and clear some energy. Elizabeth said her foot is good. Thank you. Yeah, happy to help. All right. So blessed to know all of you. Grateful for you shining your light despite the difficulties that you live in and the difficulties that you've endured, especially through your childhood and, the things that have made you to be you. It's not the easy experiences that make us be us. It's the difficult ones. And grateful for your courage and perseverance. Okay, so Elizabeth said she'll be there too. Beautiful. Thank you, Margaret. All right. I wish you well today and in your journey, that you may keep shining your light, even though, yes, there is darkness and opposition, but you are a person of light and we need to see that light. Okay. Bye.